Some say the judges have one of the best seats in the house, and I won't deny that because we do have a good view right down there at ice level. However, it can be one of the hottest seats in the house, and part of the reason for that is because the decisions to be made must be done in a matter of seconds, and that adds pressure to the task. Let's take a look at the equipment the judges work with on the judging panel. At each judge's position, there's a display box used to punch in the 2 marks after each program is skated. If a change is to be made, the help button is pressed, and new numbers are then entered. From the box, the marks are displayed on the referee's computer screen. From here, the referee signals for them to be displayed for all to see on the scoreboard in the arena. Once the marks are shown on this scoreboard, they cannot be changed. Where the pressure comes in judging is the very limited amount of time in which to make decisions. Usually the marks are entered within 10 to 20 seconds following the end of each performance. That means the judges don't have much time to compare the last skater's performance with all the previous skaters. Further notes to be made about the programs are written as the marks are being announced. Judges need to make these notes for comparison purposes and to ensure they place the skaters in the order they feel they belong. The decisions the judges end up defending for years afterwards are in fact made in seconds. While experience and knowledge will contribute towards making good decisions, because they are so highly visible and there's such a limited amount of time in which to make them, there's definite pressure to the task, and the judge's seat truly can be a hot seat.
Well, Gene, the international judges got their first look at Canada's Jamie Salé and Jason Turner this year. She's 16 years of age from Red Deer. He's 23 from Barons, Alberta. They skate out of the Royal Glenora, 12th at the Olympics, and looking to better that at their first World Championships.
Jamie and Jason have had a few difficulties here this week, some inconsistencies in practice. They said it's been really difficult to get motivated for this event after the high of being at the Olympics. Now the key elements for them will be the side-by-side double axels. Jason has had difficulties with his in the past, and also the lift. Double axels. And Jamie did a single, Jason touched down with his hand.
And when you look at the deduction sheet, when you make a mistake on the solo jump in the technical program, he's looking at about a 0.2 deduction, and with her only doing a single, it's a 0.4 deduction. So for a combined total of about 0.6 off their base mark in the technical mark. That's on the assumption, Barb, that all judges saw each of them make those mistakes.
It's really tough, especially because these two perform the double axels quite far apart. Sometimes you can only watch one at a time. Now here's the lift. That's good. Good strong landing.
This is their straight line footwork sequence. As they go into their final element, the forward inside death spiral, aside from the difficulties they had on the side-by-side double axel, I thought a better skate than what they did at the Olympic Games.
Canada's Jamie Salé and Jason Turner.
Here's a look at the double axels. Jamie clearly does a single, and there's the touchdown.
By Jason in the background. Here's their lift. This was an element that did give them a lot of difficulties in the Lillehammer, in the competition, but as you mentioned, Barb, it flowed well and had a nice solid landing. Watch your extension on the landing.
They've been skating together for 5 years. Were 4th last year at the Canadian Championships, and Jason was saying that just watching the World Championships in Prague on television was a motivator. As soon as they were over, they went back to work, and that was a key to their success this year as they assess things with Coach David Howe.
Good job, Jamie.
Well, it's every skater's goal to make a world team, but when you happen to luck into a year where it's an Olympic year and to do both, it's really a thrill.
Near the required element marks, and a 4.0 from the German judge, 4 2s up to a 4.8. So the judges made the deduction on the side-by-side double axel.
Sorry, Chris, I think there was also a deduction on the side-by-side spin, which they got out of unison at the very end of it.
And the presentation marks come up. Second place marks from 7 of the judges, the 3rd from Belarus, a 4th from the German judge for Salé and Turner. Back with more from Japan after this.